In the last video, we have already discussed about the block work procedure in details, what to do and what not to do, how to do the block works and everything. Now, in today's video, we will discuss about what will be the block work checklist, because checklist is the quality control tools. Without this checklist, no work can be inspected properly. So it is very much important a checklist for whenever we are going for inspection or any other activities. Checklist is the must. So today I will discuss what will be the block work checklist. It will be a generic one, and according to the specification and according to the project requirement, every project will be varied, but it will be the main what we will discuss, and it can be adjusted in your projects as per your requirement. So let's jump into the subject. Block work checklist. And if you're new in my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notifications. And if you are not watching my previous video about the block work procedure, here is the link or in the description box. Please check that one and then come to this video to know what will be the checklist. So first things, what will the block work checklist? See, what will be the format of block work checklist or any type of checklist that we need to finalize first. Here, there will be a logo of contractor, consultant, and the client. Then the description, the checklist, here it is written block work. And issue, what is the issue date, what is the revision, and what is the form number. It is the quality control procedure of any companies or any organizations. They have their issue date and everything. It is you will get it from the quality department, from the head office, that they will provide it what is the issue date of the checklist, what is the date or the revision, and the form number. So it will be the checklist that will be the from the head office or from the consultant, that we will follow this one throughout the project. Then what is the contract number? What is the contract number? We contract, what is the contract? That is a project. What is the project that we have to mention? For which projects we are making this checklist, that we need to fill it here. Then contract number. Then location of work, where suppose we have several buildings and we have multi-story buildings, so we have to mention exactly where is the location. That means building X, 6th floor, flat number 206. That way we need to mention the which area we want to check, and which for this checklist which area is mentioned. Name of the contractor representative, who is the person in charge of that area, that to be mentioned, because he will be the responsible for this one. And then drawing and specification reference number. So these are very much essential and important for whenever we are preparing any checklist. The drawings number and the specification number we have to mention. Now come to this. What is the serial number? Activities requiring control, verification, and approval status, tick by engineer. Yes, no, or not applicable. Record of observation or information, anything, and then remarks. So first things, what we need to check, this initial preparations. First is material approval. We need to check whether the material is approved or not. Any project, we need to first take the approval from the concerned authority, whether it is a client or it is a consultant or the third party. And after getting that approval only, we can purchase the material. So first thing, we need to check when the material is arrived at site, whether it has taken the approval, and whenever it is coming at the site, whether it is checked or not. If it is checked, then only we will mark it tick. So first point, we need to check whether the material is approved or not. The second point, what we need to check, that is storage of materials. Now, material is approved, material at the site. Now, how we will store the material? That is very much important. For the block work, we need the cement. Now, if we stack cement in a weighty area, then the all cement will be all cement will be destroyed. So what will be the storage condition? That will be the as per the spec or as per the IS code, so that the material whenever we are using will be up to the mark. So we need to check what is the storage of material also. Then permit to work validity. See, it is the protocol of every project and everywhere, that whenever we are doing the work, we need to get it the work permit for each and every morning from the concerned authority, maybe from the safety department, maybe from the construction department, whoever it is, that we need to take that work permit, whether this work permit is there or not. If the work permit is not there, that means the area is not safe to work. So that is, we cannot start the work. So we will check that the permit of work and validity. Now we come to the point setting out. Now next we have to check the setting out. How we'll check the setting out? I have already discussed in the previous video whenever we are making the block work procedure. So we need to check the setting out, and according to the drawings and the specification, whether this all dimension is matching or not, whether it's a diagonal and the rectangular all are matching, then next part will be preparation of mortar mix. What is the mortar mix? 1:3, 1:4, and what is the consumption of water, and whether the cube has taken or not, that everything we need to be finalized whenever we're starting the block work. Then wetting of blocks, because a block has the water absorption capacities. Now if we not wetting the blocks, what will happen when we place over the mortar? It will take the water from the mortar, and mortar will be the less water to react with the cement, and it will not give the proper bonding. So it is very much essential that blocks should be wetted before the use. Then laying of DPC. DPC, we all know that damp proof course we are using on the ground floor. If it is in the ground floor, if it is laid, we have to tick. And if it is the above on the ground floor, it is not required, that not applicable. So these are the initial preparation. According to the Blockwork checklist, we need to find out the materials approval, storage of material, permit to work validity, setting out, preparation of mortar mix, wetting of blocks, and laying of DPC. Then block work construction. Then bed and vertical joint thickness. What will be the thickness? That will we already discussed, that maximum 12 to 15 thickness to be maintained throughout the block work. That things we need to check whether it is maintained or not. Then maximum height of lifts. So one day how much we can do? It's maybe 8 layer or maybe 10 layer or 1 meter, 1.2 meter as per the specification or as per the codes. We need to find out that whether it is followed or not. Then packing and racking joints. See, after placing the blockwork in the vertical joint, in the horizontal joint, and whenever it is in the blockwork connection or the concrete connection, that all mortar is packed or not, that we need to check. Then line level of joints, the vertical joints and the horizontal line, whether it is up to the mark or as per the requirement, that we need to check. Then course level and plumpness, the verticality of the wall. If the wall is not vertical, then the architectural finish will not come, and the aesthetic view will not be given. So that's why we need to check the label and plumbness. This pointing, so jointing and the pointing of each and every blocks need to be clear as per the specification or as per the requirement of the client, whether it has been done or not, that we need to check. Then the scaffold direction. We all know that for the block work, we need to go up and up. Then for that only, we need to do the scaffolding. And whether this scaffolding has erected or not as per the safety protocol, or whether this has the green scap tag or not. What is the scap tag? The scap tag is mentioning that this scaffolding is safe for the use. If it is the green scap tag and signed by the concerned authorities, that means this scaffolding is safe to work. And if it is a red, that means it cannot use. So we need to check the whether the scaffold erect is there not, and there is a green scap tag is there also. Then fair face and in situ finish, whatever the finish is required as per the specification and as per the requirement, that you need to check that the same thing has followed or not. Then typical and type of block work, that we also check whether the load bearing or non-load bearing. If it's a load bearing wall, that will be, then there will be different settings, and if it is a non-load bearing, there will be different types of blocks. So first things we need to identify at the side what type of block work it is, and accordingly the load bearing or the non-load bearing wall, the block will be separated. So these things we need to check. Then minimum crushing strength. What is the minimum crushing strength of the block required as per the specification, that we need to check whether it is as per this, so that the product conformity is happening. Then horizontal reinforcement. So every block work is need to be strengthened using the reinforcement. So maybe in every third layer or the fourth layer as per the requirement. So we need to check whether the horizontal reinforcement is placed or not. Then vertical reinforcement. Is there any vertical reinforcement is there within the block work, that we need to check whether it is placed or not, because it is to ensuring that the stability of the block work. If it is not providing, that means this block may be not stable as much. So it is our duty whenever we are checking that the reinforcement, whatever as per the specification, it is specified or not. So next is cavity wall. If there is any cavity wall, we need to check. If it is in a drawing, it is shown in the cavity wall, but whenever we are going at the side, we say that it's not cavity wall, it's a solid wall it is made. No, we need to mark the cavity wall, and accordingly we need to check at the site also whether the cavity wall is made or not. Then spacing of metal tiles in every block works. Whenever we are making either it's a vertical tiles or the horizontal tiles, with the column and the beam is always there. So what is the specification? Maybe in the every third layer or every fourth layer the metal tile is there, that we need to check whether the metal tiles is provided or not. So it is also we need to check whether spacing of metal tiles also as per the requirement. Then cavity tray, weave holes and etc. That is also very much important. If there is a cavity tray, if there is a weave hole, that we need to provide it, and whether it is provided or not, that we need to check. Then insulation of cavity. In every cavity wall there is insulation, so we need to check whether that insulation is provided in the cavity wall or not. Then construction details, connect concrete to blockwork connection, how it is connected, whether the hacking is there, they have made or not, the vertical tiles, the horizontal tiles they have provided or not, the chicken wire mesh, if there is the chicken wire they have provided or not, and is anything other than these, anything specified in the specification or in the project guidelines. So this connection has been made as per that, that we need to finalize, and then we need to check at the site. Then filling voids near door and window. It is very much essential that whenever we are making door and window, this door window, the clamp is that the clamp is not cannot be inserted into the blocks. That why? Because it will not take that much of strain. So that area we need to make the concrete. So it is very much important to check that one, this whether void door and window jam is made as per the with the concrete or not. If the block work is there, that means the strength cannot be taken whenever we are installing door and window. So it is to ensure that voids near door and window filled with the concrete. Then blockwork below ground level. If there is a below ground level, that means different types of cement to be used, or the waterproofing it has to be done. So that also you need to check if there is a blockwork below ground level. Then expansion board and sealant. If there is anything expansion joint is there in the block work, so we need to check whether the expansion board and the sealant has been provided or not, to provided that expansion joint in properly. So these things also we need to check whenever we are checking the block work. Then seal, copings, lintel, that is also take. The door has the door, the lintel, window lintel, and the charger, everything is there. So according to the drawings, whenever we are checking the block work, in the block work checklist, that is to be checked and that is to be maintained thoroughly at the site to ensure the product conformity or the product has been done as per the project specification or the drawing. Then builder work, if there anything in builder work like electrical conduits, MEP works, whatever is there, we need to understand what is the other trade work, that is structural work or the MEP works, whether they are provided as per the requirement or not inside the block work. Maybe insert plate is required. Now that insert plate for the structure architectural work, that is provided or not, that is also we need to check. Then finished wall protection, is there any wall protection is there, that also you need to change. Then termite protection, this termite is a very much problem in the industry, and after the project handed over, the termite is coming and it is destroying everything. So we need to check the termite protection has been done as per the requirement or not. So these are the things we need to check as in the block work checklist whenever we are doing a check, going for the inspection of the block work. And if we find all everything, then sign, signature and date, site engineer, QAQC engineer and the consultant engineer. So these are the generic one for the block work checklist. It is will be varied as per the project requirement and the site requirement or the client or consultant requirement. So whenever you are preparing block work checklist, this is the your standard, and according to your requirement, just modify this one. So you will get a blockwork comprehensive blockwork checklist. I hope you enjoy this one and you find this one useful. And if you find it useful, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notifications. And I'm waiting for your valuable comments so that from your comment, everybody can be benefited. And I am here to help you. So if you want to know anything about constructions and the quality control, please let me know, and then I'll come with more content like this. And thanks again for watching.